Hey guys, so we're going to be going into the Instagram portion of this training. This is one of my favorite topics just because, I don't know, I love taking pictures and I love documenting it, and I almost enjoy Instagram more than Facebook. And I feel like that's where I get most of my customers, and even some of my newer coaches are from Instagram. So you're probably asking yourself, well, how do you find followers or even build relationships with someone you don't even know through pictures? So that's what I'm going to go over today. If you're not into Instagram and you'd prefer to do Twitter or blog or something like that, that's totally fine too. This is just what I love. I love Instagram, so I feel like I've had a lot of success on it, especially recently since I started applying myself. So I'm just going to share with you my tips, and you can take them or leave them. We'll start off with the profile. In your profile, it's kind of like the Facebook 5 things we went over in the past 2 days. Similar with Instagram, if someone were to scroll through your page, you'd want them to know what you're about. So you're about fitness, you have dogs, you love to cook, whatever it is. Try to choose a couple things and put that in your profile. You can say, like me, I'm Melissa Coleman. I like this, 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 and this. I like coffee, tea, working out, a healthy pregnancy. So those are the things that I generally post about. Mom, I put my kids in there. So what I'm saying is list what your 5 things are in that profile. And there is even a place that you can put your link. Do not put your Beachbody link in there. If it even says that you're a Beachbody coach, take that down. Not because it's a bad thing or because it's something you shouldn't be proud of, but because of the way other Beachbody coaches have portrayed themselves on Instagram or social media. Sometimes you can get a bad rep as far as like being salesy or spammy, and that's all you're gonna post about. So you just want to take that down and build a genuine relationship, and then drop that you're a Beachbody coach, or that you do this for work or health, fitness, stuff like that later on. But you don't want that in their profile, or else it might be an automatic turnoff to some people. So take that out if it's in there. Make sure that your pictures are super clear. Nothing's worse than especially because Instagram is about pictures, so it's really annoying when somebody has like super blurry pictures, or you just can't see them, or they're really fuzzy and stuff like that. So really take time and take clear pictures, especially with food. I did this for a while. I thought that like really good close-up pictures were the way to go, but it turns out you can see like every little nook and cranny. So try to take like further away pictures, and maybe have like a solid white plate or a solid plate, not too much going on. And it just makes it more attractive. If you go and follow any food blogs, that's what you'll notice. You'll notice like a really pretty placemat with a white plate and whatever, healthy food on there, and then even like silverware. So make them fancy, dress it up. But let's see, that's just about pictures. I guess I'll go into hashtags and stuff in a minute. So other thing is, try not to have too many of the same type of picture in a row. You can only take so many selfies, so let's not do selfie, 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 motivational pic, selfie. Like, that just gets old. Or even food, 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 selfie or whatever. So try to just have not more than 2 things in a row that are the same. So just spruce it up, you want to be well-rounded, but within those 5 things. Let's see. Oh, and collages. I love collages, especially if they're like before and afters. But sometimes on Instagram, because you can't click on it and blow it up, it's actually harder to see collages. So I think it's better just to do 1 picture at a time, maybe 2. But although the collages are a lot of fun to make, I just feel like on Instagram, the more clear and the bigger they are, the more people are gonna like it and can see what you're talking about. So collages are good, but just not a full profile full of only collages. Let's see. Now let's go into hashtags. So, and hopefully everybody in here has an Instagram. If you don't, I just recommend signing up for one, just because it's fun to also follow the other coaches. You can really get to know somebody through pictures, and that's what we're doing. We're trying to get to know other people and build relationships with them. So you're going to want to find people that you have, similarities with. For example, I think my last 2 coaches have actually come from Instagram. Carrie Woods and then Ashley Williams. Ashley, we I don't exactly know how we followed each other, but probably something to do with spinning and the YMCA because we have that in common. And then Carrie, we found each other a long time ago through just probably our kids or something like that. But it took a while to build those relationships. Carrie longer than Ashley, so everybody's going to be different. Everybody has their own timeline, but because you don't actually know these people on Instagram, you just gotta take a different approach than on Facebook. So let's get into that. So hashtags are where you're gonna find people that are similar to you. When you post a picture up, whether it's you doing a flexi or whatever, make sure that your hashtags have something to do with that photo. So you're not going to take a picture of you flexing and then put Beachbody Coach Insanity, unless you're talking about insanity or something like that. But just make your hashtags relevant to whatever photo that you're talking about. So, and hopefully we all know what hashtags are, but it's the little number sign. And basically what those hashtags do are they categorize everything. So what I do is I pretty much go in, I take a picture, I hashtag, I don't know, maybe like 5 to 15 different things depending on how much I want it out there. And then I'll go back and I'll click those hashtags and then I'll go and see what other people have hashtagged about that. And I feel like I'm saying hashtag 4,000 times, so I apologize for that. It's probably getting annoying. But that's what Instagram is about. It's about your hashtags. So they are important. I also don't recommend writing in so you take a picture and you put a little comment section in there. You can say whatever you want about it. I don't recommend putting all your hashtags in that. And the reason is if you post your picture with whatever quote you want next to it, below it in the comment section, that's where you want to do your hashtags, because the beauty of this is you can go back hours later, days later, weeks later, months later, and you can erase that. Just swipe it to the left if you have an iPhone, press delete, and then write new hashtags. So that helps a lot. Something that I'm really bad about is like posting at the right time, just like we talk about that on Facebook. Similar things with Instagram, people are online at different times or, checking their Instagram. So, anyways, so if I make the mistake and I'm like, wow, that was a really good photo and no one even liked it, it's probably because they didn't see it. So I'll just erase my hashtags and then I will go back and hashtag it again. I hope that makes sense. So put your hashtags in your comment section, not wherever you write the little quote. What else do I have here? Make sure that it's about the picture. And relationships do take a little bit longer on Instagram, so don't expect like instant customers, instant coaches when doing this, but it's definitely worth it. And you want to focus on building genuine relationships. Don't worry so much about, oh my gosh, I only have 50 followers, and so has 700. Like, that doesn't matter. So you could have 50 genuine relationships with all 50 people that you are following, and that person that has 700 followers only knows 3. So don't worry so much about that number. Never pay for there's all kinds of people that will be like, they'll find, I don't know how they find you, but they'll write in your comment section, click there here for more Instagram followers. It's a scam because they're people, but they don't have any profile. They're not an actual person. I don't know how they do it exactly, but just don't worry so much about what that number is, how many people are following you. However, it is nice to track it. So one of the 3 vital behaviors is to, invite and stuff, and we talk about adding 2 to 3 new people to your network each day. Well, I know it can seem hard, but Instagram is like the easiest way to do that. You can gain followers really quickly through that. So that's one thing really easy to check off on the daily activity tracker if you're doing this pretty consistently. That's another thing. You need to post consistently. I'd say at least twice a day, 1 to 2 times a day at least. You don't want to do like 15 in a row, but just kind of like we do on Facebook, morning, afternoon, night, because, people, it's amazing how much you can actually get to know someone through what they post in their pictures. So how do you not look like a complete creeper when you're trying to find people? So when you go into the little star on the bottom, that's the search engine, you can search through the hashtags. So you can search whatever you're going through. Like currently I'm about to go to San Francisco, so in Napa and stuff like that. So that's what I'm hashtagging. I'm finding people because I know I'm about to hashtag a bunch of wine and my traveling vacation there. So I'm kind of trying to connect with people that are from San Francisco. So maybe we'll have some kind of connection. When I was going through my pregnancy, I post a lot about pregnancy stuff. So just whatever it is you're going through, that's what you want to talk about. So where was I going with that? I'm sorry. I totally blanked out. Oh, how not to seem spammy. So you go into the hashtag, you click on them, and then you just click on somebody's profile, and then you go through them and just click like on several of that person's pictures, and maybe comment on one of them. Don't be complete creepy and like comment on all their photos and like 14 of their pictures, because that's happened to me, and I go, who is this person that's liking 7 of my pictures? Just 3 to 4, and then comment on one. And if that's going to gain enough traction, you're going to log in and you're going to think, oh, this person is interested in me. Then they'll come to your profile and they're going to be interested in you because you're an amazing person. So that's how you do it. And every time you log into Instagram, ask yourself, like, are you just logging in to see how many notifications you have, or are you actually seeking out? Like, you do have to put a little bit of work into it. And but it's fun work. I mean, you're looking at pictures and you find things that you enjoy, whether it's like, I don't know, I like kids' hairstyles. Like my daughter has really long hair, so I go in and I look up braids or kids' fashion and stuff like that, and then I get a bunch of moms following me. So whatever it is that you're interested in, go search it and then find other people that are interested in that, and people will follow you back. Make sure your profile is public. If you have one and you have kids, dogs, husbands, whatever, and you don't feel comfortable with hashtagging them, I completely understand that. In fact, when I started, well, I still have it. Mine was Miss Melissa 777, and that was basically all my kids and family photos. And then I realized I don't really want to hashtag the crap out of them, so I created a new one, Sweaty Mom 777. It's just whatever my URL is at the end of my Beachbody name, but you can be whatever you want. So it's totally fine having 2 profiles, one that you can hashtag, one that you can just leave for friends and family. But I noticed that all of my people from, all of my friends and family just ended up figuring out that I was doing Sweaty Mom, and so they just started following me over there. So I really rarely log back into my other one just because it was a pain logging in and out. But anyways, if that is a issue for you, a privacy issue, then I suggest creating a whole new one just for fitness. And if Instagram's pretty good. If you get some like creeper, you can press block. And I've never had like a creepy person. I've had salespeople, like I don't know, I'm not going to name people, but I've had people that I know I don't want to follow, and I'll just go and unfollow them. And let's see. You can look for shout-outs. I don't know how people make money or, gain interest on this, but there are people that will do shout-outs, and one of them is called #NoGymRequired. It has something to do with Chalene Johnson. I haven't taken that whole Instagram seminar yet, but I do know it has something to do with her. But there's tons of fitness things out there that if you post like a video or some type of workout that you're doing or a really awesome picture and hashtag and follow them, they'll give you a shout out and you'll get tons of followers. So that's pretty cool too. Look for those opportunities. What is it? If anyone's pregnant in here, there is The Art of Pregnancy. I used that one and I got like literally 50 to 60 followers like a day whenever I got sponsored by them. So look for shout out opportunities.